I am Aniqua, the founder and executive director of Journey to Self Inc. I am super, super, super excited to be sharing space with the divinely guided chosen star seed himself
Yes. How y'all
for
doing?
episode 4, yes, of our journey interviews. So, why Bizzle? Before we get into just learning more about your self love journey, can you
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the people by sharing who you are and what you do?
Yes. How y'all, first and foremost, Grand Rising,
Yes.
Positive Rising, Rich Rising family. My name is Y Bizzle, aka Divinely Guided Chosen Star Seed. You might catch me on TikTok as Divinely Guided Chosen Star. I'm a life coach, mentor, intuitive messenger. A lot of people know me from TikTok, from doing a lot of motivational, inspirational speeches and a lot of videos. So make sure you guys, if you're not following me, go follow me. If you haven't been in tune yet with my videos, make sure you check me out. I definitely got a message for you. So you can
Yes.
check me out on TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube. So make sure you guys get in tune with me, man. It's a lot of things going on around. It's a lot of things we got to learn about ourselves. And there's also a lot of things that, we got to really pay attention to, that some things we ignore because it's kind of like in our subconscious. So I'm a person that's going to bring it up so you can actually start to see things clearly in your life. So
I
make sure you
love
can
it.
contact with me.
You are definitely out here
Yep.
changing lives and
Thank
leaving
you
your
so
mark
much.
and making that impact.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so right. I know that, let's see, we all have a journey, right? And there
Yeah.
was this version of you and I before the two people that our viewers are seeing right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
can you talk a little bit about your upbringing and how that may have affected your self love journey?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of grew up a troubled teen. I had a tough life, of course. Just a little brief information about myself. I'm the only boy in my family. I'm a person that I never seen my dad, so I never had no guidance or anything. And I fell victim to things in the neighborhood. Just being around people, looking for love in all different places that I was
Right.
supposed to look for love at, not knowing that that's what I was doing. But when you're alone as a child, you looking for validation, you looking for that love, you looking for that family that you really can adapt to. And that's what a lot of us go through, because we don't have that natural self-love at home. So
Right.
when I started my journey, I realized that you know I've been through so much in my life trying to win the validation of the people that I love, or people that's close to me, or just to get people to see me for who I truly am. And
Right.
it's up to them to acknowledge me. So once I realized that, well, if they don't want to acknowledge me, then I guess I gotta acknowledge me. Not long as the Most High got me, that's all I care about.
Thanks.
So I just took a leap of faith for myself to acknowledge my talents and acknowledge my gifts. Like I came into a point in life where I just stopped worrying about what people thought about me. I just stopped worrying about, who was going to be there. I just stopped worrying about who was going to support my content and stuff like that. I just was just keeping my foot on the gas and just saying, you know what,
Exactly.
I'm going to put this out here, no matter if nobody supported it or not. I'm going to keep going, whether I got people behind me or not. Like, it's all about starting with yourself first.
Mm,
And that's what I talk about a lot, on my channel and stuff like that, because
right.
self-love is the key. When you don't love yourself enough to give yourself a chance, and you're always looking for validation from other places, you're not going to get anywhere in life. And that's why I realized that a lot of our problem lie at.
Right.
We waiting for the validation of our mom, waiting for the validation of our dad, we waiting for the validation of our lovers and family members and stuff like that. And some of them just not going to give it to you.
Right.
Because they
Wow.
battling their own situations, they battling their own, mental illnesses and things like that. And it ain't because, of course, some people in your family or your circle, they envy you. Of course, you know that, because, you might have a special skill, or you might be talented, or you just might be
Mm,
beautiful and handsome. And some people just don't, like that fact of you. But you do have certain people that, in your circle that might support you, but they just don't know how, because
right.
they fighting their inner battles, they fighting their
Mm,
demons, and it's come a point in time in life where we all got to start, you know, stop blaming everybody else and start blaming ourselves. And once you
so
look deep into
important.
yourself and realize, like, hold on, I got control over my life. I got control over what happens. I got control over who I deal with. I got control over my feelings. You know, once you realize how much control you have,
Ooh.
it makes a whole difference in your life because, you know, a lot of people, sorry to say it, but a lot of people blame others for their losses, you
It's
know?
true. It's
You can't
true.
blame somebody but yourself because you put yourself in these positions. Yes, people
Right.
done you wrong. Yes, people go against you. Yes, people lie on you. Yes, people backstab you and betray you. But it's up to you to deal with these people or to feel a certain way when you know people showing their true colors. You
Exactly.
know, so
Wow. That
I've learned how to just see people for who they truly are and
exactly.
take a chance on me. You know, like
I
you
love
got to
it.
believe in
That
yourself.
resonates so much. I swear,
Definitely.
because at one point in my journey, especially before I became self-aware and actually committed to being like conscious of this healing journey that I'm on,
Yes.
I was stuck in this cycle of people pleasing. And so
Yes.
when you just spoke about, living for everybody but yourself, like that was
Yes.
me. My mom, she transitioned in like 2013, and with her
Mm-hmm.
physically gone, I was still like making decisions on like what she would like or what she
Yeah.
would prefer that I do. And so eventually I was just like, this is tiring. Like I'm not
Yes.
happy, I'm not fulfilled. Like I truly got to pull away and some way isolate myself to find out
Mm-hmm.
who I am, not
Yes.
who everybody has told me, I was, but who I truly am.
See, we fall victim to that. We fall
Yeah,
victim to that so much. Like just listening to people tell us who we are, you know,
right.
and that's certain. That's another reason why I go so hard on my platform on TikTok, on Instagram, and anytime I post a video because I got to get you to understand that everything lies within you. You know, like
Exactly.
when you keep looking for validation outside of yourselves,
Mm,
it's going to put you in a mind state of I need this approval from somebody, and
right.
we all fight that inner battle, people pleasing, because
It's
we want people to acknowledge us. We want people to accept us. We want people to see how talented we are. But you got to realize this is a season where a lot of people not going to give you your credit because some people don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you succeed. Some
exactly.
people want you to be there with them because they low vibrational and they don't have no plan for their life. So what they're gonna do is try to trauma bomb you, love bomb you, make you feel
Mm,
bad about wanting to be successful, make you feel bad about wanting to leave the flock. And when you come to my page, I'm gonna show you how strong you are. I'm gonna remind you
right.
how royalty you are. I'm gonna remind you how powerful you are because everything lies within. And a lot of us forget about that because of these titles. And I'm saying titles, I mean mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, boyfriend,
Right.
girlfriend, husband. So these titles will keep you low vibrational because you feel like that you are bound to these people mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And it's
Right.
like some people that's in our life with these titles, they not actually for us.
Mm,
So we're trying to people please people that never can be pleased.
right. Ooh,
So
you better speak on it.
I say
Yes.
and people don't look at it like that because it's we was always taught to respect our elders and respect people in our family and love our mama, listen to our daddy,
Right.
all these things you're supposed to do, but you got to realize that if there's not an equal give and take of respect there,
Yep.
then how can I listen to somebody that don't even show me that
Mm,
same love, that same respect,
exactly.
honor? So you got to start. This is the season where we got to see through the illusions. We can't keep looking at these titles because we family. Because
Right.
one thing about the enemy, they will use the closest people to you to destroy you the
Exactly.
most.
Mm.
So you got to
And
make sure
see,
you protecting your energy at all times.
so true. And it's funny because when I was like in the brainstorming process of season 2 of the Journey interviews, I'm like, Aniqua, how can you really get out here and motivate anybody to do anything without talking about self-love first? And
Yes,
you even said, self-love is key.
it's the
And
key.
so my whole just focus this season is to, of course, talk about the importance of self-love, but share what people can actively do, right? To
Hmm.
love on their self. So with that being said, what are some things that you do to show up for yourself or to show yourself some love?
Well, the number one thing I do is to stop being so hard on myself.
Mm.
That's the first thing that you must do, because on this journey, you're not perfect. On this journey, you're going to realize that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to realize that, you're going to fail. You're going to realize that certain people ain't who they truly are. So number one thing I had to do was be generous with myself, because we are our own worst critics, and when you realize that some people are hard on us, but we are more hard on us than anybody else, it's stopping us from elevating because of the thoughts of how we feel about ourselves. So that's the first thing I do, is stop being so hard on myself and look at things for what it truly is. The second thing I do is to make sure I get grounded.
Right.
I get out of nature, I meditate, I make sure that, my mind state is in the right place, because, in this lifetime, especially, dealing with family, friends, and society, you got so many stigmas of, how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to live. And it's just so much, especially when you're doing it by yourself, and it's like your mind is over here and over here and over here. So first thing I got to do is stop being so hard on myself. That's what I started to do. The second is to get grounded, and the third thing to do is to realize that I deserve all good things in my life.
Right.
So when you realize how much you deserve these things, not because of what people are saying or not because of your past, we all have a past.
Right.
See, a lot of people, they can elevate because they're still stuck on the things that they did when they was immature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got to realize that the Most High already forgave you.
Right.
You need to forgive yourself in order to elevate. One thing about life, every situation in life, whether you did it, whether somebody did it to you, being a chosen one, being somebody that's actually, here to make a difference in society, we're going to have a lot of tests and trials and tribulations, and it's going to be more than the average. That's why they give the saying, the Most High will give the toughest battles to the strongest players.
Right.
So we have to learn that a lot of these things we can't take serious, so when you, number one, stop being so hard on yourself. That's the number one thing you got to do, and realize that you're not perfect.
Right.
Number two, get grounded. Make sure you're getting grounded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just keep yourself in that right mind state, because, society will push you to think things about yourself that's not even true.
Yeah.
You will make up some stuff about yourself all because you're trying to, fit in, or you're trying to, validate, your past or whatever. This is the time when you got to believe in yourself and see yourself in a higher light.
Yes.
So once I, get grounded, and once I see that, I got to take things, not so tough all the time, because it ain't always what it seems, but there's always a lesson there to learn. And I'm all about learning the lesson. I'm not a person that, once I realized in life that you will repeat a cycle until you learn it.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the energy, you're going to keep repeating the cycle. You're going to keep doing the same thing over and over when it comes out to people, places, and things. I get a lot of clients, that talk about, why do it feel like I keep calling in the same type of energy. Like, say if it's dating somebody, right? And it's like the new person you dating is just like the old person you just let go of.
Right.
They're like, why do I keep attracting these same narcissists? Why do I keep attracting these same, the same type of spirit? It's only because it's just like a video game. You got to realize this. Exactly. You can't go to the next level on a video game until you pass the first one.
Yep.
So you're going to keep repeating the same cycle, the same level, until you realize, okay, I got to do this differently so I can advance.
Right.
So that's the reason why a lot of us keep attracting the same energies in our life, because we would accept the same things, and I'm speaking about relationships right now, because a lot of clients come to me and ask me, why do I keep attracting the same person, but just in a different body? It's only because, the first person that you was with, you didn't learn that lesson.
Exactly.
And the number one lesson you had to learn was what? Self-love and how to value yourself. See, this is a stage where you got to know your worth.
Right.
A lot of us are settling for people because why? Like, I'm going back to childhood, because we wasn't loved properly. We didn't know how to be loved. We don't even know what real love is. So because we didn't have that, we accept things, we accept people, we accept relationships, we accept what you're going to give me. And the Most High not going for that. The
Right.
Most High gonna keep repeating this. Okay, you don't want to see your value. Okay, well look, I'm gonna send somebody else to you so you can relearn it. Since you don't want to learn right now, I'm gonna keep making you learn the lesson until you get it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you learn how to value yourself and you pour that same love that you have to people, because us chosen ones, we are born to love. We are born to help. We are born to heal, and we can't help the way we feel for people. But also, what we got to learn is we can't help how people feel about us either.
Big facts.
No matter how much love you show people, that don't mean they're gonna show you the same love.
So look, since you're talking about relationships, right?
Okay.
And you also told us how you are actively loving on yourself and some things you did during that self-love journey.
That was just a few things. That was just a few things.
Right, a few things. So do you think all of the love that you're pouring into yourself, has it affected the way that you show up in your relationships?
Yes, it does, because you value yourself.
Right.
You know, when it's come upon a time in your life, right? And this is for everybody. If even the people that's watching you haven't experienced this yet, but some people have experienced this. It comes upon a time in your life where you just wake up one day and be like, this ain't it.
Right.
This ain't it. Who I'm with? Oh, I'm supposed to be with you. Like, it's just something that clicks in your mind to realize, like, hold on, it's got to be more than this.
Yeah.
It's more than what I'm enduring right now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like I said, in relationships, we accept things because we're looking for love, because we haven't had that in our life. So we don't know what real love is.
Right.
A lot of us chosen ones, we don't even know what real love is. We just know we want to be loved. So a lot of these relationships, we accepting people. So when you know your worth in these new relationships, like when you ask me, like, how do I bring, how do I show up in my new relationship? Because when you know your value, you're gonna know how you want to be treated, and also how people are gonna treat you. So when you recognize these red flags when it comes down to people, you'll know that, oh, this ain't my scenery.
Right. Out of there.
I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna get with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I deserve better. I'm royalty.
Yeah.
That's when you wake up. I told you it's gonna be a day you wake up and be like, this ain't it.
Right.
That's when you know your self-worth. So when you put yourself out there to be valued at a higher scale than accepting the lower from somebody because you feel like, oh, I don't want to be by myself, or, I just want to be around somebody, or I need somebody to help me validate whatever I'm going on, that's you being low vibrational. And you're going to keep repeating the same cycles. So in every relationship that right now I'm currently single because I'm still doing my, of course we still learning this journey. I got a lot of stuff I'm going on right now. I'm not saying that, I don't want a relationship, but right now I'm just focusing on, this task of what I got going on, what Most High want me to do. I'm on my journey right now, and, a lot of things is changing. So, I got to make sure I'm flexible. I got to make sure I'm in the right mind state. So, I know that, I'm gonna have a beautiful queen one day, but right now, you got to take that time for yourself to do some introspection on your life, because we spend our whole lives people pleasing and being there for everybody else, but we don't even realize what we really like about ourselves in general.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because for real, some of the stuff we don't even realize that we don't like it until we spend time by ourselves.
Exactly.
Especially people,
Right. And I think a big part of just knowing who we are, especially if we were to like pick up a phone or get on social media right now, we're seeing so much about feminine energy, masculine energy, and how there needs to be this balance. Can you talk a little bit about what your definition of masculinity is?
My definition of masculinity is, you got to, for real, when you break this down, you got to realize we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, no matter what, whether you're a man or a woman. I'm a man, so I was born with more masculine energy as far as on the outside. I'm not talking about on the inside, I said on the outside, because we are built with a different structure. It's like you are feminine energy on the outside, but within you still have that masculine energy. The way that I see this is, your intuition and your ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Intuition, ego. So when you stuck into your masculine energy, that's what we call more of the ego side. And your intuition is more of the feminine energy. The masculine energy more for providing, protecting, standing up for what you believe in, being a go-getter, stepping out here and being, just out here building the world up. You know, that's
Right.
that strong masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? But that feminine energy is more of the creative style, the generosity, you know, the loving, the caring. So we all have this within us. You know, that's why they
Right.
always say yin and yang, you
Yeah.
know, dark and light. You know, all these analogies are the same things that lies within us. So when I speak on my platform, I always let people know that when I'm talking about feminine energy, I'm not just talking about the women.
Right.
When I'm talking about masculine energy, I'm not just talking about the men because we all endure that within ourselves. So the
Yeah.
only way that we're going to be balanced in life, whether you're a man or a woman, you have to recognize the masculine energy and the feminine energy within you so you know how to keep it balanced. You know, when you feel yourself being too aggressive, and I'm speaking to my men right now, because a lot of men feel like, you know, they gotta be a certain way. They stuck in
Right.
their energy. I gotta be a gangster. I gotta be a provider. I gotta, you know, that's that go-getter spirit, but learn that you're only supposed to cut that on and off when you need it
Mm.
and
Yep.
not stay there, you know, because
Exactly.
we are energy.
So
Our
true.
whole being is energy. So when you stay in a vibration longer than you're supposed to be, that throws your equilibrium off mentally,
Right.
physically, spiritually, and emotionally. That's why a lot of things happen when people don't, you know, people get caught up in situations and they're like, man, why did I do that? Because you were stuck in a certain energy too long. You
Yep.
know, that's why it's very important for you to meditate. That's why it's very important for you to get grounded. It's very important, you know, for you to get out in nature, you know, because we
Exactly.
are nature. You know,
Mm.
we are. So the masculine energy within us, you know, it takes over a lot, especially to our young men. You know, our young men,
Right.
you know, we feel like we gotta be this way because we live in the hood, or we live, you know, you live in a trailer park, or you know, you from a certain place where you got to just show who you truly are, and
Yeah.
that keeps you low vibrational and keeps you stuck in the cycle.
Mm.
That's why I speak about, you know, when I talk about masculine energy, I always make sure I speak about feminine energy too, because
Right.
you know, a lot of us, you know, especially y'all queens, you know,
Yeah.
y'all always nurturing, y'all always, you know, helping people and creating and birthing ideas. You know, you are the original shit. You can birth a whole baby.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you got to realize how
Right.
powerful you are. You are a natural nurturer, and when men don't understand that aspect,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are,
Yeah.
and when y'all women realize how important we are, that comes together and
Exactly.
it can't be stopped. It's actually genuine and it's actually some power that actually just keep, you know, repeating itself. You know, nothing but good love and good wealth and good health.
Yeah.
See, you see a lot of these stigmas on TV of how an average relationship's supposed to be when it don't is supposed to be like that. No, these are
Right.
only stigmas. People don't do this shadow work. A lot of people don't do their inner work. They want to be in a relationship. So when they do get in a relationship, guess what? It never worked because you don't even know how to value yourself. And also you don't even know how to be valued by somebody else.
Right.
So you bring in
Wow.
the old baggage from the old relationship to the new relationship. So guess what the most high gonna make you do? Keep repeating the same cycle until you
Yep.
get it.
Yes,
You know what
I
I'm saying? People like,
experienced that. I
yes,
swear firsthand, especially when it comes to just being unbalanced for
yes,
so long. And I think my upbringing had a lot to do with it, being raised by a single mom and
yes,
seeing
yes,
her do it all. I somewhat like adopted that way of life. And
yes.
so I feel like my masculine energy was a lot higher than it should have been, and
Yeah.
my feminine energy was a lot lower. So I wasn't creative. I was very combative. I'm like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
from West Atlanta. Like, you gonna get
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
You gonna get, you know? And so for so long, I was just emotionally unavailable and I would disassociate so much. And so one day I started to realize, like, girl, you tense. Like, why is it so hard for you to relax?
Yeah.
And that made me go deeper into just learning more about masculine energy, feminine
Yes.
energy. Also, that lack of balance causes health issues too.
Yes,
You
it
know, like
does. Yes, it does.
it's all
Especially
connected.
to us. You
Yes.
know, especially to us, because it definitely brings an imbalance in our life. So you got to realize
Yep.
we are so powerful, but we don't recognize our power because of our situations. You know, a
Exactly.
lot of our parents, you know, they was misled. A lot of our parents, you know, they were stuck in a traumatic cycle in their life. You
Right.
know, and that's the reason why once I got older, I realized that I can't blame nobody for this. I
Exactly.
can't blame my mama. I can't blame my dad. I can't blame nobody. What I can do is make a difference because it
So
ends with you.
important.
You know, it
Right.
ends with you. You might, you know, you are created. That's the reason why you're waking up at this time. That's the reason why you feel different. That's why you feel like you got
Right.
the world on your shoulders and you're like, hold on, I got to make a difference because it ends with you.
Yep.
It ends with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to bring back the knowledge and to bring back the right environment.
Or I should say, what advice do you have for men who feel like maybe they're struggling to be fully, who they're destined to be, maybe due to the environments they're
Yeah.
placing themselves in, or even the relationships and the people they're
Mhm.
connected to?
The first thing I got to tell to my men out there is to number one thing you got to do, family, is to know your worth.
Mm,
You got to know your worth because in this lifetime, nobody's going to value you like you're going to value you. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So even if you are a creator, even if you are, you know, a music artist or whatever your talent is, whatever your gift is, a lot of us, we need the support, but nobody's going to support somebody until you learn how to support yourself.
True.
The number one thing is you got to believe in yourself. You got to make sure that, you know, you're in the right mind state to realize how powerful you are, to realize how important you are, to realize how talented you are. You got to be in the right mind state to realize that you are not your past.
Right.
You are working towards your future. And a lot of people get stuck on this happened to me, or people try to come up and be like, oh, you was like this in the past. Yeah, you probably was like that in the past, but this is not
Right.
your future. So when you're changing your life, you got to realize that a lot of these mindsets and a lot of these people that's leaving you low vibrational, you got to leave them in the cold, man. You got to leave them behind.
Yep.
Because in order to heal others, see, a lot of us, we are on a healing journey, and a lot of us are created to be, you know, motivational speakers, to be healers, to be psychics, to be, you know,
Right.
people that be activists in the community. A lot of us are supposed to be that, but in order to be that, we got to realize that people around us
Mm,
low vibrational. So we can't reach our fullest potential until we recognize, you know, how powerful we truly are, and we must
right.
believe in ourselves. So the main thing you got to do is know your self-worth and realize that everybody not going to support you because they don't want to. A lot of people don't want to see you win.
Right.
You know, we can be the nicest person in the world to everybody. We can be the nicest person to everybody we meet. We can treat people well. But one thing my grandmama always told me before she passed, rest in peace, beautiful. She always told me that when people show you who they are, believe them.
Right.
You know, so
So important.
to my men, when you out here, you know, doing the best that you can do in life and you trying to be a better person and you being an entrepreneur, you got to expect people to go against you because 9 times out of 10, you are doing something that's out of the norm. You're
Yeah.
doing something that's breaking generational curses. You're doing something that's healing these generational traumas. And I tell my men all the time, and especially my women too, a lot of people will be saved through you. It will
Right.
be saved through you because a lot of people are battling things and you wonder why you got the world on your shoulder because the world is on your shoulders. We are waiting on you.
Right.
By you
Wow.
healing, by you being the best version of yourself, by you creating, by you stepping out here and being on the forefront and being a leader, that's healing people.
Yep.
Because a lot of people looking at you, they know your story. They know where you came from. They know how you came up. They know where you at. So by you elevating, that's going to give people inspiration to look at themselves like, wow, he did it, I can do it.
Right.
I can do it, you know? So the main
So
thing you have
true.
to do is know your self-worth because a lot of things is going to come at you to make you feel worthless.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
people, places, and things. You know, I've lost a lot of people. I've lost a lot of opportunities. I've lost a lot of friends, all because, you know, I wanted success in my life. All because I'm not a person that want to be stuck in poverty. And that's a mindset.
Right.
You know, it's the way you
Right.
think about, you know, money. It's the way you think about wealth. It's the way you think about your health. All these things are a mindset. So people, they didn't correspond with me because my vision was too big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a penny for every time somebody said that, man, you ain't gonna, that's too big, bro. I don't think you're gonna make that. Right now, as we speak, I will be rich.
Right.
Right now, if I had a penny, because a lot of people, they didn't believe in me. A lot of people, they didn't see my vision. They couldn't see, you know, my talents. Yeah, they like, oh yeah, you got a few talents. You nice. You can rap, sing. You are an entrepreneur. You know, you're a person that's creative. Yeah, we see that, but because you're not where I think you're supposed to be at right now, they don't believe it. So that's going to put in your mindset like, wow, you know, I am where I'm at right now. Am I even capable enough to do it? See, these are the things that's designed to make us self-sabotage, so we won't even go for our goals.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize, like, you know what? I can't worry about what people think about me. I can't worry about somebody to support me. What I got to do is what the Most High want me to do, and that's to elevate my life.
Exactly.
That's the best version of myself. That's to keep making a difference, even when I don't see a difference in my life. That's what the Most High support.
Right.
Everything you're doing behind the scenes, everything you're doing to help humanity to be a better version and to help people see the other side, like you will be successful. You will, you know, have that dream life that you always wanted, but you got to believe it for yourself.
Exactly.
Taking a leap of faith on you, and that's the best advice I can give to somebody right now, because we are so indoctrinated to believe that we need to bring certain people with us.
Right.
This is my mama, this is my dad, this is my sister, my brother, my boyfriend, my cousin, whoever. And these people don't want nothing better for their life.
Exactly.
So what makes you think that they're going to want better for you? The only thing they want to do is be there when you make it.
Yep.
You know, that don't mean that they support you. That don't mean that they're supposed to have a seat at your table. See,
exactly.
right now is a time where the Most High is illuminating a lot of enemies to you.
Yep.
Secret enemies, you know, and these are people that want to go against you. These are people that want to talk bad about you, want to downgrade you, want to always be in competition with you. And it's always people that's close to you.
Right.
So when you see people for who they truly are, believe them.
Exactly.
You know, don't second guess that. And we always second guess it because we love these people.
Right.
You're like, man, this can't be it, man. I know they'll change, but some people ain't gonna change. Some people,
exactly.
Their whole purpose is to make sure you don't make it.
So true.
You know, they always want to hold someone head, like, man, remember this, and you don't love me because you ain't gonna be here, man. One thing about a successful person, you can ask any successful person, they had to go a period in time in their life where they had to cut everything off. I'm talking about women, men, family, because you have to have that tunnel vision.
Right.
You have to take that time to give yourself a chance, you know? And I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and I asked her a question. I was like, how do you feel about this? Realizing the fact of your whole life, your whole life now, you always was around somebody and had to do something for somebody. How is it wrong for you to take 1-2 years out of your whole life, your whole life, to make sure that you on the right track?
Wow.
Is that selfish to you, or is that selfish to everybody else that you're trying to people please?
Right.
Because you're the person that get up every day. You're the person that's enduring these spiritual warfare attacks and all these he say, she say, and all these things that's going on in the media. You're the one that's getting the backlash. But why you feel like it's selfish for you not to take 1 to 2 years out of your whole life, when you've been people pleasing your whole life to get you right? To get you right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And people feel like, you know, it's selfish for you to take some time for yourself. And I'm here to tell my people this, man. If you don't get you right, then you're not able to get nobody else right.
Yep.
So if you're single right now, take this time to do some introspection on your life. Even if you're not single, you have to have some type of equal balance with your partner to let that person know, look, I'm elevating. I'm trying to do better in my life. Either you with me or you're not. And a lot of people, if they with you, they get you.
Exactly.
They get you, they support you no matter what. You know, when you start being around people all the time and then you pull your energy back because you want to be successful, and the first thing they want to say is, oh, you changing on me. You changing, you doing this. Man, you better watch out for people like that. They got secret envy for you.
Got to.
You know, they want to use you. They want to abuse you. But when people around you, they say, oh, I see you. You know, take some time. You know, get with me whenever you need me. I'm here. Call me. They're the people in your life because they really genuinely care about you. See, people that constantly need your energy, they using you for agenda. They got something secretly in their mind to be able to use you for a certain
Exactly.
reason. That's why we got to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities.
You got
This is a
to.
time where you want the success, you want to live a better life, you want more healthy relationships, you got to put yourself in that position.
Got to.
And when you put yourself in that position, that's going to make people see how to value you, because we grew up learning how to accept the value instead of knowing our value. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had to accept the fact of this person's going to say, "Oh, you ain't going to be nothing." We had to accept the fact of this person say, "Oh, you are your environment, or you are who we say you are." You had to accept the fact of that instead of being like, "Hold on, I don't even subscribe to these things that you're saying that I am."
Exactly.
But we are taught to believe it because it's coming from somebody that we love. Now, these are nothing but, illusions that's put over our life to not know our self-worth. And we must take this power back.
Exactly.
We must realize how important we are. We got to realize how important our presence are, because don't nobody get a chance to endure our presence because we're not ordinary.
Exactly.
We're not somebody that come around all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like when people meet us, they can't never forget us because we give something to them, physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. We give them something that they don't know about us. And that's rare.
Wow.
So when people disrespect us, we got to realize that, okay, everything happens for a reason, but you got to realize when you're chosen, you only here for two things in people's lives. You're here to either be a blessing or a lesson to people.
Yes. Big emphasis.
You're here to be a blessing or a lesson. When you're chosen, you teach people lessons, but all the same time, you show people how to be blessed. When people do you right, you bless them for the rest of their life.
So true.
When people do you wrong, they learn a lesson for the rest of their life because they know what it's like to not have you in their presence. They know what it's like to realize how important you really was and show that you really was genuine from the start. See, a lot of us chosen ones, we love people more than their actual family.
Right.
Especially our lovers.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are designed to show, that equal give and take. We are born to be healers and helpers. That's within us. And a lot of our lovers know that. So what they try to do is take advantage of that.
Exactly.
They want to take advantage of your kind heart. They want to take advantage of the fact that you're going to forgive them and you're going to be there. No, this is a time where we got to see our worth and realize that we're not standing for that no more.
Exactly.
We're going to value ourselves. We spiritual warriors at heart.
Exactly.
We're not going to sit here and keep taking the BS because of these titles. No, we're not going to do that. Energy never lies.
Right.
Whatever you say is different, but what I feel when I'm around you, I know that that's the truth. Because energy lies. You can tell me all day I love you, but you constantly doing things to show me that you don't love me. Now I got to look at that you don't love me because you're showing me that.
Exactly.
Actions speak louder than words, So when you start to tap into that energy and realize that you got to pay attention to what's really going on instead of listening to what people say.
So important.
You're going to be putting a different energy, and the Most High is going to illuminate so many things to you, man. Like, there's so many things going to transition in your life when you take a leap of faith on you and you want to do better and you want to see things clearly. You're going to be illuminated to so many things, and your life is never going to be the same, man. So the main thing I need my fellas to do, even my women, first thing you got to do is know your worth.
Yeah.
Stop accepting because you don't want to be by yourself. Stop accepting because you feel like, oh, I can't make no money. I got to accept this job. No, you are a natural entrepreneur.
Right.
You are natural. You know what I'm saying? You have natural gifts and abilities. That's what the Most High gave you when you was born. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be here working, for 40, 50 years just to get something to keep us in poverty. No, we are here to create. We are master creators. So, it's a time when we got to start believing in our gifts and our abilities to create this generational wealth.
And so, look, speaking on natural gifts and talents, right? Yes. In your intro earlier, you said you also do readings. So when did you notice like you even had that power, that ability?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I noticed it probably when I was 18 or something like that, 17. Right. But I always ran from it because, of the stigma of what I was taught. We always, when you grow up in a church, house and when you grow up around religious people, the first thing they want to say is spirituality is wicked and crystals are bad. And, when you're doing readings, this is wrong and all this. You got to realize, some people, they tell you these things because when you are able to tap into these energies and, and when you're able to, transmute messages from the 5D realm, from your ancestors and the most high, your spirit guides, they don't want you to tap into that because you're going to see them for who they truly are.
Facts.
So they are afraid of you when you do that. So my whole life, I was afraid to tap in. I'm like, no, I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. Or, I didn't experience that, but the whole time I did. And it was like, Most High was showing me, you seen that, you heard that, you seen it, you experienced that.
Exactly.
You have these type of gifts. And I was ignoring it because I'm listening to people. I'm listening to my family. I'm listening to these pastors and stuff like that. And then I realized, like, hold on. When you tap into spirituality, and one thing about spirituality, you cannot look at spirituality as a religion because it's not. It's a way of life.
Right.
We all are spiritual beings.
Right.
When you leave this vessel, your soul still lives. That's the reason why you're able to reincarnate. And people are afraid to talk about that. See, a lot of us, we are old souls.
Right.
A lot of us already been here before. We just here to complete a mission, and this lifetime, we can't be stopped. That's the reason why we're raising at this time. We are starting to be, in our right element. And it's very important to realize that a lot of these traumas is from our past life.
Exactly.
So you got to be able to tap in. And once I realized, I just recently, it's probably been about maybe 2 years where I recently started coming out and saying that, I'm a reader, I'm an intuitive messenger, I'm a mentor and stuff like that. So I just recently came out, speaking about it because I couldn't no longer hide it anymore.
Exactly.
It was to the point where I was getting so many downloads and I was seeing so many signs of synchronicities where the more I ignored it, the more it would come. And it was like, the Most High was like, you ain't ready yet? You still, you still denying your gifts, huh? Okay, well, look, I'm going to keep putting this in your head until you see it. And then once I step back on a leap of faith and realize, you know what? It's not about what people think about me. It's not about what people know, because a lot of information is watered down and a lot of us don't know us. We don't really know what's going on because of what we was taught.
Exactly.
And a lot of these things stems from, from education system, from, watching TV all day and listening to the news and listening to these churches and stuff like that. Like, I don't go against nobody whose religion. You can believe whatever you want to believe. If you believe, that's you. You believe what you want to believe. I accept you for who you truly are. But the thing is, you need to recognize what's real, though.
Right, exactly.
They don't want you to be able to tap into that because, like I said, you're going to be able to unmask the real narcissists. Because a lot of these real narcissists, they are in the churches. They are in your family. They are, these public figures and these celebrities and shit like that. Like, they are behind the mask. So what they gonna try to get you to do? Not being able to tap into your psychic abilities, not being able to tap into your gifts. So they're gonna try to make you do what? Do everything but to look at yourself.
Yep.
So they want you to stuck in the matrix on TV, phones, laptops. They want you to be worried about what's going on with this Popeye chicken sandwich. They want you to be worried about what's going on with celebrity houses and stuff like that. So you can take all the focus off your inner being, your gifts and your abilities. You're going to take the focus off that because you're worried about Kim Kardashian. You're going to take the focus off that because you're worried about Kanye right now. You're going to take the focus off that because you're worried about the news and all they promote on the news is violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Violence and weather. That's all they promote. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you dig deep into what you're here for, because a lot of us are waking up right now. They are asking these questions now. What am I here for? What is my gifts? What are my abilities? What is my life purpose? A lot of us are asking these questions right now.
Yep, we are.
So we are starting to denounce everything that don't resonate with us. And a lot of things we realize about religion. You see, I keep throwing quotation marks because I don't want to be, considered as a hater, because I'm not. I respect anybody, whatever you believe. But when you do your history on religion, you realize that all these was created to control us.
Right.
A lot of us still us. We still don't even realize that. A lot of us still don't even realize we're not even from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that's how indoctrinated a lot of us are to the fact of, we still listen to society. See, that's why when you
Right.
on my platform, I tell people all the time, I'm not, when you come here, you don't know what you're about to hear. Because
Right.
I'm not here to tell you what you want to know. I'm here to tell you what you need to know.
Oh,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying?
All of
And
it.
a lot of us are so indoctrinated and feeling like because society said this is true, because your mama said this is true, because your church said this or school said this is true. But I tell people
Right.
all the time, don't listen to me. You come to me for confirmation. Yes, you know I'm intelligent. Yes, you know I'm wise. But don't listen to me. Do your own research.
Right.
Because
Right.
I want you to know that some of the things, I don't want you to listen to me. I'm here to tell you the message. I'm here
Exactly.
to get your juices flowing. But I really
Yeah.
want you to dig deeper into it so you can finally see what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. You giving us all the gems. Like
I
I
say,
can literally I can
I
talk to
say,
you all day long.
yes,
And I'm
yes,
sure so many of our viewers are like, okay, so after this interview, how can I get in touch with you? So how can they book your services?
yes,
And how can they engage with you?
yes. First and foremost, I go live every day on TikTok. My
Okay.
TikTok name is Divinely Guided Chosen Star. Divinely Guided Chosen Star, or you can put Y Bizzle 444, YBIZZLE 444. I'm gonna pop up, but I gotta say this before I continue.
Okay.
Please be aware of the scammers, and I'm gonna keep it real because I didn't
Right.
think I was, popping like I'm popping. I guess I still look at myself as normal, but
Yeah.
in society to people, I guess I'm not. So I'm starting to embrace that. And there are a lot of scammers that's impersonating me,
Yeah. I've
trying
seen
to,
some.
yes, trying to, scam my followers and scam the people that,
Right.
that ask for my services and stuff like that. So please be aware of these scammers, man. I only have one TikTok page. That's Divinely Guided Chosen Star, or you can type in YBizzle444. Right now, as we speak, as we doing this interview, I have over 120,000 followers
Yep.
right now. So anybody with lesser followers than that, that's not me. So please, can you report these pages because we trying to get these scammers out of here. That's my
Right.
TikTok page. Also, you can look me up on Instagram at
Yeah.
Divinely Guided underscore chosen underscore starseed. That's
Yeah.
Divinely Guided underscore chosen underscore starseed. You can send me a DM. You can book your session there too. Also, you can go to my website at
Right.
divinelyguidedsoulfamily.com.
Okay.
Divinelyguidedsoulfamily.com. You can book your sessions or you can send me an email or something like that. Come get some of your Soul Family merchandise. I got some things up there too, clothes and stuff like
Exactly.
that. So
And
make
I'm
sure
going
you
to
get in
tag
contact with me.
you the right accounts in my post too. So people can
Yes,
also look out for the tags too
yes,
in order to find you. Well,
definitely.
listen, thank you so, so much. Literally sending you a whole lot of just gratitude, a whole
Thank
lot
you
of
so
love
much.
and peace for sharing this space with me,
No
dropping
problem.
all of
Anytime.
your knowledge. Yes, all of your insight. It means so much, not just to me and Journey to Self, but to everybody.
Thank you so
All
much.
of us, as you said, all of us. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, and
And
I want to tell you, I thank you too for having me. And I want to let you know, I want to give you your flowers too, Queen. You are doing an immaculate job right now by
thank you.
raising the vibration of our people, but also just being an activist for our queens out here, man, our true goddesses. And I really
Yeah,
respect you. So anytime, please get in contact with me. I would love to do an interview. I would love to be able to support you, to help you out, because we got to start coming together as like-minded
right.
individuals to help
So true.
somebody, So I
So
appreciate
true.
you. Thank you so much for interviewing me. Thank you.
Yes, of course. And look, we both want to extend this huge thanks and this gratitude to everybody that is watching right now.
Yes, thank you.
Y'all, please be sure to like, comment, reshare this interview so that
Yes,
it can actually reach all of the people who are in need right now of this healing, from this healing
definitely.
conversation. Yeah. And then join me next week for our very last interview of season 2 of our Journey interviews. Come
Yes,
on, y'all. Let's fall in love with ourselves. All
definitely.
right.
Thank you so
Peace.
much.
You're welcome.
You have a blessed day. Get in contact with me anytime, okay?
Okay.